Hello everyone, welcome to video 11.4a. This is video 1 of 2 that is going to be covering the concept of surface area of solids. In this first video, we are going to be focusing on solids that are circle related. So that would be our cylinders, cones, and spheres. To understand surface area, you need to understand that it's broken into a couple of different categories. The first one being this term lateral area. And for the shapes that we are going to talk about, you can basically say that that's the surface that is not the bases. So for the lateral area of a right cylinder, and if you look at the sidebar on page 655, you see the study tip where it talks about the difference between a right solid and an oblique solid. We're going to be focusing on right solids, but the formula is L equals 2 pi r times the height. In other words, it is if I were to unroll like the label of this soup can shape, that would be a rectangle shape, and the length of that rectangle would be the same as the circumference of the circle. So there's the 2 pi r formula we're used to seeing for circumference. And then the height of that rectangle would be the same as the height of the cylinder. So it's based on 2 dimensions of the solid, radius and height, and our lateral area only, remember that's without the bases, is 2 pi rh. If we want to continue and find the surface area of a right cylinder, this is on the next page, the surface area is going to be L, the lateral area we just discussed, plus 2 capital B's. So that is the area of the base. And so we know that the area of a circular base is pi r squared. So we're going to substitute that in, and we get that the surface area is lateral area plus 2 base areas, or the surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r squared. And again, only 2 dimensions factor into that, and that is the radius of the cylinder and the height of the cylinder. All right, we're going to skip over that example 1, and we're going to jump to example 2. This is on page 656. And we're going to talk about how to work through the lateral area and the surface area of the cylinder we see here. The diagram for you guys is in the sidebar, so just make sure you're seeing that. So it says find the lateral area and the surface area of the cylinder. We have a dimension given to us of 10 inches. Notice that distance is spanning all the way across the base of the cylinder. The base is actually the left face because it's kind of sitting on its side, but that is still considered the base. And our height, or our space between the 2 bases, distance between the 2 bases, is 9 inches. So you need to be able to work through these problems whether they are oriented so that the base is on the bottom of the shape, or if the bases are on the side sideways like this. So we're going to start by finding the lateral area. The lateral area is 2 pi rh, as we know for the formula. And so we just need to find the values from the diagram to substitute in. Hopefully you can see that our radius is going to be half of that diameter that's indicated, so 5. And the space between our bases, distance between our bases, is 9. And so I would encourage you to keep this answer in terms of pi first, and then go ahead and do the approximation. So I would encourage you to simplify that 2 times pi times 5 times 9 to keep the pi symbol in it, and just do the other numbers multiplied together. So that is going to be a straight equals, or an exact answer, of 90 pi inches squared. Or if we go to our approximation, this is where we would use our pi key, and 90 times pi is 282, rounded to the nearest tenth is 0.7. Now we need to continue and find the total surface area of this cylinder. We found the lateral area, so the total surface area, as a reminder, is that lateral area plus 2 of the circular bases. So that's 2 pi r squared. And we already figured out our r before is 5. So we're going to add in 2 pi times 5 squared to our lateral area. That is our 90 pi exactly from before, plus an additional 5 squared is 25 times 2 is 50 pi. And so that simplifies to exactly 140 pi square inches. And then you can go to your calculator and find the approximation, which is that 439.8. Try to keep in mind exact and approximate answers, different formats, depending on what you're asked for. For the surface area of our next circle-based shape, we are going to be focusing here on the cones. And the important part of this text here is where it talks about the altitude. This is true of a pyramid or a cone. We're focusing on cone this time, but you need to know that it is always going to be the segment that runs perpendicular to the base, okay? So there's going to be different dimensions around a cone, but you're always going to look for that segment that runs perpendicular to the base. The vertex at the top, the point at the top of the cone, is one endpoint, and then essentially a point in the plane of the base. Usually it's the center of the base if we're dealing with a right circular cone. That is going to be the other endpoint. So it's almost like a string that goes right through the middle of it. And here is that diagram that illustrates that. So this dotted line here is going to be your altitude, or your H in your formula. But to start with a lateral area of a cone, we are going to have a different formula, and that is not going to deal with H, but that is going to deal with this script L, which is the slant height. And the lateral area can be calculated as pi times the radius times the slant height. And again, as before with cylinder, remember the lateral surface area is just simply the area that you would paint or cover that is not the base. And if we want to find the surface area of a right cone, we're going to do something similar to how we did with our cylinder, only this time our surface area is going to be our lateral area of the cone, plus only one base is seen. We don't have two identical surface circles. We only have one. So surface area is lateral plus base, okay? And base again, of course, is pi r squared, the circle formula. So we have our S equals lateral area plus base, or S equals the surface area, total surface area is lateral area pi RL plus 1 circle area pi r squared. Again, dimensions that factor into that are simply the R and the L. So if we skip over to example 5 for an example of a cone surface area, that is on page 658 here. And it says find the lateral area and the surface area of the cone that is shown rounded to the nearest tenth. So to start off, we're going to find the lateral area. We have our lateral area of a cone formula. Lateral area equals pi RL. And we just need to identify what is the radius and what is the slant height on this diagram. And both of those are labeled for you. So our radius is 0.8. And our slant height, which will always be measured on the exterior of that shape, is going to be 2.2. If we substitute that in and keep pi in our answer, that 0.8 times 2.2 is going to be exactly equal to 1.76 pi. And the approximation, when I put it into my calculator times my pi key, is going to be 5.5. And so the lateral area of the cone is going to be 5.5 millimeters squared in this case. Get in the habit of writing that correct type of unit there. Now we're going to find the total surface area. For our total surface area, we need to take our pi RL calculation and add in one area of the base. So again, if we keep this in terms of pi, which I would recommend, We're going to keep our 1.76 pi from the previous calculation, plus another 0.8 squared, or plus another 0.64 times pi. And that simplifies to just 2.4 pi in exact measurements. When we use our calculator to find the approximation with our pi, we get that it's 7.5, and that is, again, square millimeters. Our final surface area formula for circular related solids is the surface area of a sphere. And this one is very straightforward. It's just simply 4 pi r squared. It only depends on the radius of the solid. So we have our spherical shape here on page 659. Oops, wrong tool. And hopefully you can see clearly they have pointed to our radius for us. So we will go to our next slide here. And all we need to do is just substitute in that 7.1 millimeters for the radius. If I go ahead and find everything but the pi key multiplied together, that is going to give us exactly 201.64 pi. And then when I use my pi key on my calculator, I get 633.5. And then that, of course, is millimeters squared again for the surface area measurement of our sphere. Take a pause on the video and calculate here for the check after example 7, finding the surface area of the sphere indicated here in this diagram. Now we have the shape of our baseball here being approximated by the surface area of a sphere formula. And this time we are using a different measurement than just straight up the radius to find the surface area. So this time we know that the circumference of this baseball is 3 pi x squared. We're asked to find the surface area in terms of x and pi. Let's see what we can do with this. So we know our circumference formula is C equals 2 pi r. So we're going to take the given circumference value or expression of 3 pi x squared, and we're going to set that equal to 2 pi r. Now, what we need to do is to solve for the radius. And so we're going to divide both sides by 2 pi. And notice, of course, that our pi values and our 2's here will divide out, and the pi values will divide out on the left-hand side, leaving us with just 3/2 x squared as our expression for r. Now that we have an expression for r, we can put that r expression into our surface area formula, 4 pi r squared. And we can do some simplification here to figure out a new formula in terms of pi and x. So remember, when I square an expression, it is like multiplying it times itself. So we would write 3/2 x squared times another 3/2 x squared. And when we multiply, we know we can multiply numerator times numerator over denominator times denominator. We'll rewrite that 4 pi there, but our 3/2 times 3/2 is going to be equal to 9/4. And our x squared times x squared is going to be equal to x to the 4th power. Notice what happens with our 4 factors, numerator and denominator, they divide out. And so we are left with the expression 9 pi x to the 4th as our final expression for the surface area. Okay, everyone. This is the part of the video where you really want to check back on the answers to those checks that were assigned to you as you were watching. Okay, with our check, we can see that the dimension that is given to us, since that segment 22 feet is extended all the way across the sphere, we can consider that the diameter. And so the radius is going to be half of that. And then when we find our surface area here, we know we have our surface area formula 4 pi r squared. And we're substituting in our 11 for radius. Squaring 11 and then multiplying by 4 is the correct order of operations. So we get 484 times pi would be our exact answer. So that's square feet. And then when we use our calculator, we are going to get 1,520 and 0.5 rounded to the nearest tenth. Pay attention to those rounding instructions as always whenever pi is involved and you're getting an approximate answer. That takes us through our lesson for our circle-related solid surface areas, and we will see you in the practice.